Hey guys, and happy Friday. I hope you're all having a great start to your day. But before we hop into today's video, I just wanted to ask a favor from you guys. Help me help you out. And that is, if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. It's free, it's easy, and you guys can join me here talking about stuff. It's just a happy place over here. So go ahead. I'm going to give you a second to go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead. So now that that is out of the way, obviously today's video is going to be kind of a more personal video. I'm just going to let you guys know just a little bit more about me. I asked you guys some questions on my Instagram, and so I'm going to use some of those questions that I got, and I'm also going to be using a website of random questions. If you guys are interested in learning more about me and who I am, then just keep watching today's video. Alright, so I'm going to answer some of the questions I got on my Instagram first, because why not? So my first question is, what inspires you the most? Suggestions on how to get motivated. Great question. So probably something that motivates me the most is just watching YouTube videos. I just kind of like to look up to people who are more successful than me or more in shape than me and kind of learn from them and adapt it to my own life. I also find a lot of inspiration from reading a lot of self-help books. I'm going to do a video about kind of like a reading list of books that I have read recently that I really enjoy. Obviously, you can learn something new from someone every single day. You might not agree 100% with everything they're saying, but you can always learn something from someone else, and that is a good piece of advice that I was given recently. Even if they're not your best friend, even if they're not someone that you necessarily look up to, always kind of keep your mind open to other people's opinions and things that they do, because hey, you might hate everything else they do, but you might learn something from them. Okay, and then part 2 of that question, which is suggestions on how to get motivated, that kind of goes hand in hand with what I said. I'm always, surrounding myself and feeding my mind positive things, so I'm always on YouTube watching, someone's workout schedule or someone's meal prep videos or someone's, keep yourself watching positive things that translates into your own life. So for example, if you're watching, a really sad TV show where, it's just a bunch of negative things that just keep happening, that doesn't make you feel good. Whenever I watch shows like that, I always say it makes me feel weird or makes me feel sad. Because it's true, you have to be kind of careful what you expose yourself to if you are wanting to become a more motivated person, a more positive person, or just a more successful person in general. Alright, so the next question is how tall am I? I know that on video it's kind of hard to tell, but I am 5'9". I'm a pretty tall girl. Well, technically I'm 5'8" and 3/4. But it's just easier to say 5'9". So where my tall girls at? Whoop, whoop. And then the next question, this is going to be my last little question from Instagram, because there was just a couple that asked the same thing. And yeah. So the next question is, at what age did you start getting into fitness? Alright, so I've grown up dancing my entire life. I started when I was 2 years. One of the requirements for the dance class that my mom enrolled me in was that I had to be potty trained, and I was. So my mom took me to my first day of dance class, and I haven't looked back. So I did just strictly ballet and maybe some jazz classes and stuff until I was about 7, and then I transferred studios and I started doing competition dance. So with competition dance, you are on stage for 2 to 3, somewhere in there, minutes, and it is hardcore. So my teachers always talked about how important it was to have endurance. So we always had personal trainers at the studio. We always took Pilates classes, or we're at the studio all day long just rehearsing our dances over and over again. Long story short, I think I know my dance background has a huge influence on my love for fitness. I didn't actually start like going to the gym until about my senior year of high school, maybe my junior year, where I actually would like go to the gym and like actually work out, because I mean but even then I wasn't like going consistently or having like a routine or anything, because I mean I was dancing like every day of the week. I was on my high school dance team too, so like I was getting my exercise in from dance. But I would probably say around the summer after my freshman year of college, I gained that freshman 15. I told myself I wasn't going to, but it happens, you know. You're on your own for the first time. College is new and exciting. Parties, you know. I didn't really notice until I went home for the summer and I realized that I was just kind of out of shape and I wasn't happy. I definitely was never like fat or anything. I just wasn't happy with where I was at fitness wise. So that's when I started watching YouTube videos, and I honestly think that they changed my life because I have learned so much just from an app on my phone. I have learned so much about health and fitness and just, you know, becoming the best version of yourself from YouTube. And also, you know, my dance background kind of helped me with knowing what to do when I go to the gym and what works best for me. So that was kind of a long answer, but I was around 18 when I really started getting into health and fitness. So I just googled like random get to know me questions. Okay, so the first question is, where did I grow up? And I was born in Washington, D.C., well, a little outside of Washington, D.C., but I have lived in North Carolina for my whole life. We moved when I was about like 1.5, so Carolina girl. Who is my best friend? Her name's Anna. She's been in a few of my videos. She's also my roommate and she's on the dance team with me. So, dogs or cats? That's a hard question. I love animals. So, I do have a pet cat. I adopted her from the Humane Society last year, but don't tell her this, but I originally wanted a dog, but my mom wouldn't let me. Sorry, Boo. I love you. The next question is what year I was born in, and I was born in 1997. I'm 21. My birthday is in May. The next question is, are you in / have you gone to college? And the answer to that is yes. Who's using her litter box? Apologize. She has the worst timing. She's always making a ruckus when I'm filming a video. I'm currently a senior in college at Appalachian State University. I'm graduating, and I'm majoring in communication disorders, and I'm minoring in dance. This question is, what is your spirit animal and why? Unicorn, because they're magical. Next question is, what are my life goals? Obviously it is to be happy and successful. I definitely want to keep doing YouTube. One of my biggest goals for myself is to eventually make this my full-time job. I know that takes time, but what is my favorite movie? Oh, that's a hard one. Harry Potter, the whole series. I think that's just a classic, and I love me some good HP. My favorite YouTubers, I have a few. I like jump around and I watch a bunch of different kinds of YouTubers just to, you know, I don't know, I just love YouTube. So I'll name a few. So I really like Sarah's Day, Sam Oscroll, I don't know how to really say her name, Whitney Simmons, Nikki Phillippi, Ingrid Nielsen. I like her a lot. I haven't watched her in a while, but I really like her. Kathleen Lights for makeup videos. I like her. Other YouTubers that I really enjoy watching, but I can't really think of their names right now. Next question is, do you speak any languages, and if so, how well? I actually know sign language. I'm not like completely fluent, but I do know a lot of sign language, and I can like hold a conversation with somebody. I definitely want to become like fluent in sign language because I love it, and I really love learning about deaf culture and all of that fun stuff. Single or taken? I do have a boyfriend. We've been dating for close to 2.5 years. Yeah, I'm actually at his apartment right now recording this video. He's at the gym. Question is, how long was your longest relationship? And it is the one I'm currently in. What is your go-to hairstyle? A bun. How many siblings do I have? I'm an only child. Growing up, I've always wanted siblings, but as I've gotten older, I've been kind of thankful for it because I am really close with my parents. And the next question is, do I have any pet peeves? And the answer is yes. So one is probably when people smack their lips when they're eating. I don't know what it is, but that just like really irks me. Or like when they're chewing gum. Please don't do that. Okay, just close your mouth when you chew, because that's gross. Nobody wants to hear you chewing. Another pet peeve, this is directed to my boyfriend. I love you, but please put the toilet seat down. Mainly because my cat drinks out of the toilet, and I don't want her to do that. Put it down, folks. Just put it down, okay? My second to last question is, have I ever failed at anything, and if so, what did I learn? Actually, I have. I mean, everybody does, that's part of life, but something that I have failed at is my first YouTube channel. So I started my first YouTube channel when I was a sophomore in college. I kept it up for a few months and I wasn't really consistent, and I just kind of gave up on myself, and that just came from my own insecurities. I was just really nervous about what people were thinking about me, and I just cared a little bit too much. What I learned from that was, hey, I really love making YouTube videos. It's a place where I can let my creativity out, and I just really enjoy doing it and sharing things with people on this platform. So I did a little soul searching. I took a few years to realize that I still wanted to do this, and eventually I wanted to do this full time. So I just kind of, put on my big girl pants and realized that who cares what people think, as long as you are doing what makes you happy and something that you are passionate about. Who gives a crap if people think it's weird? Who gives a crap if people think whatever? Like, let them think whatever they want to think. If they support you, awesome. If they don't, okay. Alright, the last thing I'm going to share with you guys is something that you guys might not know about me, and I thought would be kind of fun to share. Alright, my camera shut off. Thank you for that. So, like I said in the beginning, I'm 5'9", so I'm a pretty tall girl. So I actually was always really short growing up. I was always the shortest in my class, and my doctors didn't think I would ever reach 5 feet tall. So I guess like my growth plates and stuff and my body was like, oh yeah, watch me. So sometime between like 8th and 9th grade, somewhere in that area, I literally grew like 6 inches in a summer. Like, I shot up, and I didn't really stop growing until my freshman year of college, and here I am, proud at 5'9". So I don't know, that was just kind of a random little fact that people don't really know about me unless you like grew up with me. So that brings us to the end of today's video. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Videos every Tuesday and Friday, and I have some really cool ones coming up here in the next little bit. Alright, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and again, thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. Go outside and do something that makes you happy today, and have a great weekend. Bye.